Captain's log, 19th of August, 2157. Now that we possess all the resources we need to prosecute this war, the Vindicator can focus entirely upon solving the problems afflicting other species. Hopefully we can obtain technology worthy of the industry we now possess. Okay, coming near to the end of the game now. So we're going to be mostly... well, there's quite a few things we haven't done and we have to do to get to the end of the game. But we're mostly going to be just tidying up loose ends. But, yeah, there's quite a few loose ends to tidy up. Won't do them all in this part because we've got to advance the plot, of course. We're going to do everything, I think, but one in this set of videos, this episode. And then in episode 10, we will conclude things.
Welcome back to Folly, Captain. Perhaps in the fullness of time, we will let you visit the surface of our world. There are many beauties here, unmatched anywhere. The mountain clouds of thought, the tangible wish, the dark. Unfortunately, you are not yet acclimated. Premature exposure to these would render you numb.
Okay. Oh, I thought they would have something to say about the Umgar. Anyway, goodbye, my hourly friends.
Goodbye, clever child.
Well, that was a wasted trip. Okay, we gotta get somewhere near to, yeah, to an alien race we have yet to encounter. And, well, we can check into the Slylandra at the same time, actually. That's a nice thing about this. We have to get to 502-460. Just that one. Yeah. Get to hear the quasi-space beam in full here, I think. Because we've got quite a long trip before we reach the portal. It's not bad music. Okay, it's restarting now. Yeah, I can't wait to try out this new ship. Well, not new ship, it's an improved ship. But yeah, this should be very fun in the coming fights. Should be able to run rings around enemies, or destroy them utterly, or both at the same time. That wasn't where I planned on ending up. I think yes, I know what I've done wrong here. Luckily not a huge loss. I looked at the one, I've written it all down here, I looked at the one below the name rather than above it. So 502, 514, yeah. There we go. Right, I think we went to Beta Corby. Should be able to solve our probe problem permanently now, as well as ask them a bit more about their culture.
Ah, human traveler, we have news. One of our probes finally returned home, and we have been able to reconfigure it so that it will seek other probes and broadcast the destruct code sequence. We expect the population of probes will decline swiftly. Thank you so much for showing us our error. We feel very badly about the inconvenience it has caused others.
Inconvenience? Okay, pardon me, but who exactly are you again?
We are the Slylandro, a race of kind, curious, gas-bag people.
Sounds interesting. Tell us more.
Certainly, provided you share with us similar information. What would you like to know?
Tell us about... what about your history?
Since we possess no technology, we have no permanent way to record the passing of events. Instead, we use the history chance. long songs whose rhythms and patterns help prevent the introduction of error into the record. When the Shaggy ones first arrived over 41 drawings ago, we had no words for aliens or ships, for stars or planets. Our skies are an opaque swirl of colors. We knew nothing of the universe outside Source. The Shaggy ones taught us most of the new words, and after they departed, we remembered them for the many long drawn, until ships from the sentient milieu arrived.
Tell us about your home, this gas giant planet.
Our planet, which we call Source, has no solid surface as yours likely does. Our world is the 500-kilometer band of atmosphere in which we can survive. Below this are the depths, a dark, hostile region, which grows increasingly darker and more hostile the farther one goes. A typical feat of courage for Slylandro juveniles is to sink far enough into the depths so that the juvenile's gas bag is almost ruptured by the pressure. The tissue scars left by the trip last many rotations and are thought to attract comely mates. Above our world is void. When we travel up too far into void, we grow giddy and behave inappropriately.
Oh dear. What can you tell us about your culture?
We have an egalitarian society here. All are equal. Of course, that doesn't stop some people from being stupid fools or jerks. But on a world as huge as Source, where there are no barriers to restrict your travel, if someone is bothering you, you simply go somewhere else. As you might have guessed, we have no physical technology. In our long history, several of our people have tried to work with objects, constructing weapons and other tools from the carcasses of dead beasts. But eventually, whatever it was they were building got too heavy and dragged them down to the depths.
Oh dear. Tell us about your biology.
Our world, which we call Source, has been home to our species for many thousands of drawn. We evolved from simpler, unimodular beings who thrive in atmospheric convection cells. At first, we were little more than mindless consumers who glided at the edge of wind walls, straining the air for small animalcules. But even then, we were social creatures who invented language so that we could better cooperate when herding food into dense concentrations. There are many hundreds of species here in Source, producers, consumers, hunters, and parasites, but so far, we are the only species here to achieve intelligence.
Okay. Nice to know that. Thank you. That's sufficient for now.
My pleasure. Now let's talk about you and your peoples.
Goodbye, Slylandro gas bags.
Goodbye, human fluid sack.
But yeah, we told them everything about us last time we were here, so we can't really exchange information. It's the last we'll see of them for a while. I think on the Death March, the Korra actually don't find them. So joke's on them in that they leave a sentient species alive. As much as you can call that a joke. Now, there's a rainbow world over here somewhere. In Epsilon Draconis 1 it says. That's oh wait, I've got the coordinates silly me. It's 283.6 and 785.7. It's down here. But by travelling to this area we will meet a new race of creatures who should prove rather interesting. Just check the trip length. It's 26.5 units of full fuel. Okay, here we are, and there's a rainbow world right in the centre. Now, you couldn't see it, I don't think, in the screen transition, but there are some ships on our tail. So we should be relatively prepared for a fight. That is exactly what we're looking for, the fight. Why? Well, we'll see when we encounter this new species.